Again, live streaming from the event The World Transformed, and today Jeremy Corbyn's due to speak here in about an hour, I think. And if we have a look down here, Karen, you can see apparently there's over 500 people in this queue, and the room I don't believe will hold 500. No. But we've just seen another great friend of the People's Assembly. Shabir, sorry, a bit of a tangle with the cables there. Shabir's here. Hello, mate.
Hey, how's it going?
It's brilliant. It's really good to see you.
Yeah, nice to see you guys as well.
Yeah. So, what have you been up to? Have you been here for a little while? What have you been to?
Yeah, so I've mainly been helping out with Stop the War today. We've got a fringe meeting coming up tomorrow, so I've been building for that. Obviously, very excited about the protest next week in Birmingham. Everyone's well up for that. Yeah, we need to take the fight to the Tories, and that's what this is all about.
And have you been to any of the events yet?
I've been to a couple of fringe events. Yeah, I think people are very angry with what's going on. At the same time, they're feeling very hopeful with the direction of Jeremy Corbyn and shape of politics and our ability to shape politics. And I think that's what this is all about, really.
And have you got any plans for the conference? You planning to put another burn on Jacob Rees-Mogg like last time?
Well, Jacob, be warned.
Shabir coming to get you. I've got to say, that was a really, really great day for me in the Manchester People's Assembly, and you nailed him, man. You absolutely nailed it.
Yeah, it was the highlight of my conference last year. So,
fantastic. Well, yeah. I think we're going to have a little wander down and see if we can speak to anybody else. We see another Manchester People's Assembly person. You have a little word with us. Brilliant, Shabir. I will see you on the demo next week. This is really what we're talking about. Hello, Jade. How you doing?
I'm good, thanks.
Nice one. I'm extremely well. This is Jade, another activist from Manchester. Have you just arrived, or have you been to events? What's going on?
I've been at the World Transformed all day. Just been to an event on the economy and different models of ownership and stuff like that. And just been in this queue waiting to see Jeremy.
Excited?
Yes, very, yeah.
Nice one. So, what's you've been very busy, I know, very active in Manchester. What's happening for you at the moment? What's important for you in Manchester at the moment?
Changing the makeup of the council, I think, is important in Manchester, because we need to get some more solidly, properly socialist people on next year on Manchester City Council, so we can start making changes on the ground and making people's lives better in Manchester. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Well, that's great, and that's part of what the People's Assembly is all about, is about putting pressure on councils and that sort of thing to stop imposing Tory austerity on people.
Yeah, I think that's definitely important. I think we need a wider movement, to be honest. Like, I think rather than just it being the Labour Party or the council, we need everybody on the left to get involved and work together to do that. So,
fantastic. Have a great Corbyn.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Nice.
That's brilliant. Nice one. So, let's see who we've got. Socialist Equality Party. Do you want to have a word with us? We're on. Anybody want to talk to us? We're live on the People's Assembly Facebook page. You want to tell us something about what you're doing here? What you're, why you're stood outside? What's going on? Hello.
Hi.
So.
Yeah, my name's Robert Stevens from the Socialist Equality Party. We're distributing this leaflet here today. Reject anti-Semitism against Jeremy Corbyn. Drive out the Labour Party right wing. One moment. Sorry about that. And what we're raising is that we've got a situation with unprecedented history where the twice elected Labour leader is being.
Yes, there's Owen Jones going in. Everybody's here, folks.
The twice elected Labour leader is being effectively driven out of his own party on the basis of lies and slanders, and defying the will of 500,000 members who elected Jeremy Corbyn on the basis of opposing this. What we're raising is that there has to be a fight to drive out the right wing from the Labour Party, not a voluntary agreement and discussions about unity with them, which is what you get from Corbyn himself and McDonnell, that this is a broad church, etc., etc. But the reality is that since he was elected 3 years on, there's been nothing but disruption, a destabilisation campaign, which is not just organised by the Labour Party, but which is actually organised in alliance with the Tory government, and also sections of the intelligence who want to get rid of Corbyn.
Okay.
One more point. Sorry about that. It's not because they fear Corbyn as an individual, but because of what Corbyn represents in terms of those below him who want to struggle against austerity, the working class people who want to fight against this, and are opposed to austerity and war. Thank you very much.
Okay, mate. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
talking to us. Keep
Take
it
care,
up.
yeah.
Okay. I think we're slightly on the wrong side of the. Hello. Do you want to talk to us? We're live on the People's Assembly Facebook page, and you're queuing up to go and listen to Jeremy Corbyn.
Yeah. Can you follow me?
Yeah.
Yes, I am in the Labour Party. My name is Marie, and I'm scandalized by the behavior of the right wing of the party, which allows itself to be used by people who are in the Conservative Party and who are accusing us of being anti-Semites, whereas this is not true. And every time I speak about Israel, they say I'm an anti-Semite, but I'm not an anti-Semite. I am just somebody who criticizes Israel for policies which are scandalous and which are illegal and which are murderous and for which they should be tried at the International Court in The Hague. But Corbyn and these people, they can do what they want. They just put black people in front of that court. And so I'm here to support Corbyn and the programme of the left.
Thanks for talking to us.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Okay. Wow, that was great. She's on fire. I hope she's taking her blood pressure pills. Okay. So let's see who else we can speak to. You can see the size of this queue. Hundreds of people here. Let's see who we've got. Here's a group. All right, folks, do you want to speak to us? We're on the People's Assembly Facebook page live. Tell us what you're doing in the queue, what you're doing here in Liverpool, what's going on.
Yeah, we're just waiting to see Naomi Klein and Jeremy Corbyn as well. We forgot about that. Mainly for Klein.
Right, yeah, I mean, she is outstanding. What is it in particular about her that's got you standing in the queue?
I'm reading a book by her called This Changes Everything, about climate justice, and I find it really compelling. Really enjoying reading it.
I've got to say, No Logo had a pretty big impact on my lot, on my generation. That's quite a few years ago now. She does seem to be able to articulate stuff. Hang on. Oh, we're moving up. We don't want you to lose your spots. So, have you been to any other events at the World Transformed?
We just went today to the one about colonialism and neoliberalism.
And justice as well.
Yeah, the war on one. The war on one.
Yeah.
Right, and how was it? What were the speakers like? What have you taken away from it?
Yeah, really excellent. They were just talking about how the movement for climate change has to be greater than green consumerism and looking at the injustices that come along with that. So, yeah, it was really invigorating to hear them speak.
Well, because they say this is like a festival of ideas in parallel with the Labour Party conference, and so you're getting some good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we're only here for a day, but we've only managed to see one talk. But yeah, I feel like we've kind of managed to get a lot from just that one talk, to be honest. So hopefully next one will be the same.
Fantastic. Thanks for talking to us. Happy Corbyn. I'm Naomi Klein. Okay. So we've got loads of people here, but I think we were going to try and head over to the conference itself, just so we can give you a few pictures from the conference, which I think is about a mile and a half away. Should we do one more? Hello. Does anybody want to talk to us? We're on the People's Assembly Facebook page. No? Want to have a go? Tell us what you're doing here, what you're standing in the queue about? No? Okay. Let's move on. Oh, look, serious accreditation. So, there's somebody with a pass, let's ask them. Hello, we're from the... Hi, do you want to talk to us? We're from the People's Assembly Facebook page, broadcasting live.
Cool.
Yeah, anybody wants to jump in, please do. So I can see you've got your accreditation and everything.
Yes, I do, yeah.
So are you involved in the organisation of this, or what are you doing
just helping out, volunteering. The World Transformed is basically entirely run by volunteers. It's a massive operation, so there's loads of people behind the scenes, chipping in, getting stuff done. It's a really nice vibe.
Fantastic. So, what events have you been at? What's because we keep hearing about the festival ideas and all of that. What's your takeaway? What's stuck with you today or over the last couple of days?
Well, I've spent a lot of the time making sandwiches, so I haven't necessarily got the headline ideas so far. But I've just been at a fantastic session looking at political education. There's loads of people all over the country just getting on with doing loads of really important political education stuff. Not only to make sure that we're all educated and informed and, you know, challenging and thinking about ideas, but also bringing new people into the movement who don't necessarily, who want to kind of go over the basics as well. So trying to come together, think about how we can create a network, be more efficient, stronger, scale up, that kind of thing.
Nice one. Has there been much about protest? Because that's our thing, really, with the People's Assembly. We're here to talk about a demonstration that we've organised with the TUC next Saturday in Birmingham on the eve of the Tory Party conference. So has there been much about getting out on the streets and all of that kind of thing?
I haven't seen much, to be honest, but that doesn't mean anything. That's just because I've been behind the scenes. But I mean, I think everyone here understands that protest and getting out on the streets and sometimes even civil disobedience has to be part of the movement that we want to create. That if you look historically, all of the big things that we've achieved have almost always involved some protest and civil disobedience.
You're absolutely miss your place. Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Bye.
See you soon. Okay, so I think we're going to call that a draw. Look at all these people, Karen. Look at all that. Hundreds and hundreds of people. So, here they are. All right, guys. Who are you here with?
The Jubilee Debt Campaign.
Jubilee Debt Campaign. What's that?
It's a small charity that we do two things, essentially. We campaign on household debt, try and destigmatise it and make the government do something about it, because actually it's not a personal issue. A lot of people feel like it's a personal failing to be in debt, but actually it's all about government policies and precarious working and low wages, which means people don't have the things that they need. So we're making this campaign to kind of show people that actually, like, it's okay if you're in debt, it's not your fault, that the government needs to do something. It's about having a strong welfare state. So that's what we're campaigning on. So.
And how's it going? What kind of response are you getting from people here?
People are amazing here. People are really amazing. I mean, okay, we're talking to people who already feel the same way we do. So in some ways it's preaching to the converted, but it's also like really great to see how many people really believe that there should be a strong welfare state and that we should help each other out. I think that's what's really nice about being here.
Well, you know, we're a campaigning group against austerity, the People's Assembly, and that message is clearly got to a very broad amount of Labour support now, that people really clearly understand that what's going on is not working. And you're kind of part of that. You're talking about we need to have a slightly different economic approach, people-centred.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah.
And you've got your press passes. Are you going to be able to get in and see Jeremy and Naomi, Klein and all that? Yes? Well, enjoy it.
Yes,
enjoy it. That's great. Thanks for talking to us. Okay, and good luck with your campaign.
Thank you very much.
Who have we got? I just don't want to leave all this lovely group of lefties without trying to speak to as many of them as possible. So refreshing. Okay.
We are kind of looking at something that's already been tried and tested, like a lot of the manifesto, although it's really
There's obviously some deep conversations going on here. All right, folks, we're with the People's Assembly Facebook page. Can you tell us about what you're doing in the queue, what you're hoping to get from this session?
Well, I don't think I'm actually going to get into this session because there's so many people.
Yeah, but we must travel optimistically.
Yes, indeed, we must travel optimistically. I'd like to hear the views of Naomi Klein and Jeremy Corbyn talking about what a world for the many would look like. That's it.
That's great. And are you local, or have you travelled here?
I've come from York, so I'm a Labour member in York. We came up kind of as a group on Saturday morning. That's it.
Right. And have you been to many other events at this the World Transformed?
Yeah, I've made sure to come to like a session for every session. So I was at the NES event earlier, listening to people talk about the National Education Service, listening to people talk about. God, I've forgotten it all now.
It'll be in there somewhere.
Yeah.
You'll be lying in bed. That's it, and you just go, oh yeah, that one. So, well, in that case, I won't ask you what you're taking away because it's obviously still in there.
Yeah, it's still percolating.
But we're hearing this is it's a parallel event to the conference.
Yeah.
So, do you think that's effective in influencing what's happening in there? You know, this is clearly a bit further to the left than the mainstream Labour group, if you like.
Yeah. I think so. I think that in any kind of, I suppose, insurgent moment in a movement's history, you need a space to organise, and you need a space to express stuff before it goes to the main conference. Just, I suppose, on one level, it's like a preview of what the years to come will look like. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I hope you managed to get in.
Thanks.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks, sir.
Okay. Right. I think let's take a little break and we'll try and get back to. We'll go down to the conference and see if we can find some people there to talk to. See you soon.